Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. So, on a recent episode of, I believe it was Undisputed, they had Paul Pierce as a guest on there, discussing the false king. And basically, Paul Pierce was saying, hey, look, it's time for LeBron James to step back and basically allow the team to be a team. He's basically saying LeBron James is disruptive to the offense. He's basically saying what we've all been saying for the longest, what we all have observed for the longest. And, you know, Paul Pierce basically said LeBron James can't, his numbers don't affect the game in the same way. And I think for the most part, I agree with what Paul Pierce is saying. However, I believe LeBron James' numbers has always affected the game a lot less than people like to give him credit for, to be honest. I think LeBron's teammates has made up for the fact that LeBron James' numbers can be empty, especially when we're talking about him being on Miami. But yeah, like I said, this is something we've all observed, you know, especially this season. You know, a lot of the big games when LeBron James has set out, the team wins. And we all know why that is. It's because if you watch the game, they look much more like a team without LeBron James there. I've said this over and over again. Fanboys, click off. Go ahead, because again, I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to get any better over here for you guys. LeBron James, you know, he is most known. He's most known for standing around on defense, but I've also said that he stands around on offense too. And what I mean by that is a lot of is exactly what it sounds like. Is LeBron James stands around on offense, waiting for his players to make cuts and whatnot, and so he can collect the assists, which is why I have always said that Michael Jordan is a much better playmaker than LeBron James, which is why I said that Magic Johnson is, to me, the greatest floor general ever, and LeBron James should not be mentioned in the same sentence with Magic Johnson. Because Magic Johnson's way of play created assists. It created offense because Magic Johnson was an attacking kind of player. He wasn't just standing there with the ball waiting for someone to make a cut, you know, especially with the Lakers fast break style. You know, it was like putting the pressure on coming at you full speed, and then he gets the assist. But Magic Johnson created assists. Michael Jordan, because he was the ultimate threat in scoring, created assists. LeBron James, again, he waits for his teammates to get open so that he can get the easy assists. And like I said, his way of playmaking is not attacking the offense. It's more or less standing there while his teammates try to create an open opportunity for themselves, and then LeBron James can collect the easy assist. So yeah, like I said, I'm sure we all agree with Paul Pierce. Now, here's the bigger question is, for the guy with supposedly such a high IQ, it has to be one or two things: that he recognizes that his team does better without him and doesn't care because he's just as selfish and he wants his numbers, or he doesn't recognize it and his IQ is not as high as everybody tries to make it out to be. It's one or the other. I don't understand why a guy with supposedly such high IQ can't see this and be like, hey, you know what? I need to step back. I need to step back and let my team run more of an offense, and then I'll figure out how to a way to get my points in here and there. You know, maybe unless I'm having a good shooting night. But this is also why I have always said I felt like LeBron James would have more championships. He would be more successful if he picked one thing and stopped trying to live up to this false narrative of being an all-around player. If he picked, I'm just going to really focus on, you know, truly getting my teammates involved, or I'm just going to be a scorer. Now, the problem with the fact that if he chose to be truly just a scorer, he would actually have to work on his game. We all know that. If he wanted to be truly just a scorer, or mostly a scorer, he would have to work on his game. So again, this is just more of the same. This is just more of the thing that we talk about is LeBron James holds on to this title of all-around player so that he doesn't have to become great at any one particular thing. Then he just kind of gets to be mediocre at everything. And again, when I say mediocre, it's relative. Obviously, LeBron James is a great basketball player in the history of the game, an unethical basketball player, a low-integrity basketball player, a basketball player who shouldn't be in the top 10, arguably top 15, 20, simply from his low-integrity way of going about the game. But what we're talking about, like I said, is him actually becoming more specialized in a particular area. That would have helped him out over his career. And again, I feel like it's something that we have all talked about on this channel many times. I'm sure it's something that a lot of people recognize, but it was good to see Paul Pierce kind of come out unfiltered and say that. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I was a bit surprised that Paul Pierce said that, because it seemed like when I saw him on the Draymond Green podcast, it seemed like Paul Pierce was kind of trying to take that middle of the road stance on LeBron James. But anyway, maybe not. If you guys saw Paul Pierce on the Draymond podcast, let me know what you thought of that. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. Like I said, this is a short video. I just wanted to touch on the whole Paul Pierce, like I said, getting on Uninterrupted. Undisputed. I believe that's the name of the show. Undisputed with Skip Bayless and I think Keyshawn Johnson, and actually saying that, hey, look, LeBron James needs to step back. His numbers aren't effective. Like the team does better without him. The team is winning without him because they're actually able to play team basketball and don't have to worry about this ball-dominant guy holding on to the basketball and stagnating the offense. I mean, how many times do we have to say this? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.